WNTN Radio Boston, welcome back to my show Itali-Echo. This is your host Viviana Dragani, and now it's interview time. Today I'm so glad to host author Demeka Vines. Welcome.
Hi, how are you? And thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. So I'm great. Thank you. So let's talk about your book. So it's titled Healing Your Hurt of Yesterday. Can you share a glimpse of your own yesterday and what inspired you to finally confront the pain instead of carrying it?
So, yesterday for me looks like wounds of abandonment, trauma, abuse stemming from my childhood. And as I began to grow and mature into adulthood, I felt weighed down and I knew that I had a purpose to touch the lives of many. But how can I touch the lives of many or help others heal if I'm still held down or being bound by invisible weights or spiritual weights? So at that point, I knew that I wanted to heal. I want to be delivered. I want to be set free. So I sought out on a journey of healing, and not only just spiritual healing, spiritual guidance, but healing through therapy as well.
That's amazing. Therapy is really effective. So many people carry hidden wounds like rejection, abandonment, unforgiveness. So, why do you believe it's so important to deal with those heart issues before fully walking in purpose?
In order, as I said before, in order to help others heal and be effective, even in the area or the calling that God has, because each of us have purpose on this earth. And in order to be effective and make impact, we need to be healed and delivered ourselves. We need to be the best version of ourselves so that we can be an example. We lead by example.
Absolutely. So, the orphan spirit is something you mention in your message. For those unfamiliar, can you explain what the orphan spirit is and how it can silently sabotage someone's identity or destiny?
So the orphan spirit is basically it stemmed from rejection and abandonment, not feeling like you're being accepted or you're feeling like you're being misunderstood. So you don't feel like you fit in anywhere. And that actually causes identity confusion as well as identity crisis because you'll never know what your purpose is if you're operating out of an orphan spirit because you're more so, you feel misunderstood. How can you present yourself to someone or even talk with someone or even try to help someone if you feel misunderstood or not accepted? So those are some of the things that we have to truly let go of, along with the rejection and abandonment, in order to walk in purpose or be who and what God has called us to be.
Thank you, Demeka. Healing is a process, it's not a quick fix. What practical or spiritual steps do you recommend for someone who feels stuck in their healing journey?
So, what I would recommend is transparency. Always be transparent, not only with God, but with yourself. We want to uncover those hidden wounds. A lot of times, we deal with childhood abandonment, childhood hurt, but we don't confront those giants until it's too late. And by being transparent, we're confronting those giants. We're healing that aspect of our heart so that we can move forward in purpose.
Thank you. And last but not least, if someone listening today on the radio feels like their past disqualifies them, what would you say to remind them that healing and purpose are still possible?
So, what I would say is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself so that you can move forward. Not only forgive yourself, but release what has held you bound. Release the childhood hurt, the childhood trauma, the childhood pain. God is giving you grace, so you give yourself grace.
Thank you so much. So, finally, where can we find your book, Healing the Hurt of Yesterday?
So, Healing the Hurt of Yesterday is on Amazon.com as well as Barnes and Noble Press. So, you can go get your copy even on today. If you go online on Amazon.com, and again, Barnes and Noble Press is there.
Thank you so much, Demeka, for joining us today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. I'm so excited to just be a light to my community. So thank you again for having me.
Thank you.